if you've taken a Pilates class and you've ever wondered, am I doing this the right way? Not in a perfectionist way, but more, is this actually benefiting me? Maybe you're noticing that you're getting extra tension in your neck doing ab work, or with leg circles, just really pulling into the hip and maybe even into the back. So you're left thinking, am I doing something wrong? Should you just skip an exercise? Or what a lot of people do with workouts, just keep pushing through or follow along exactly how the instructor is teaching it. But with Pilates, what works best is focusing on the choices that work well for you. I'm Beth Sandlin, a nationally certified Pilates teacher. Today, I want to share 3 simple ways to make Pilates more beneficial for your body. Number 1, neutral position with your pelvis. This is going to influence how your core and pelvic floor work. So it's really important, and since the pelvis can move in all different ways, we're just going to focus on how the pelvis tilts forward and then curls back. You see, when the pelvis is in this tilted forward position, the core is definitely not going to be working in the same way when it's neutral. It's going to also put extra tension on the back, shortening the muscles back here, and it makes Pilates exercises even more challenging. So finding your neutral position with your pelvis is really helpful, whether you're seated, standing, or all the way down on the mat. Know that with some Pilates exercises, we'll maintain a neutral position with your pelvis. Other exercises, you'll move beyond a neutral position, but it's always helpful to know where is your home base neutral pelvic position. Number 2, breathing. This also helps with core and pelvic floor engagement, so it's a really important component of Pilates. And it's different than yoga breathing into the belly. And we also don't want to overly pull in, because that's going to put too much downward pressure on your pelvic floor. Instead, focusing on deep diaphragmatic breathing 360 around your rib cage. Now, in the very beginning, when you start focusing on this breath, it's not uncommon for it to feel tight, like you can't take a full deep breath. That's because there's muscles and fascia all around here, so if you're not used to breathing into this area of your body, it's just going to take a little bit of awareness and some practice, just like with any exercise. But give it time, and it does get easier quite quickly. At first, you may not want to focus on exercises and breathing, focusing on those at the same time, because it kind of feels like rubbing your abdomen and patting your head. It takes a little bit of extra coordination and concentration. Instead, one or the other. So if it's a new exercise, maybe just focus on the choreography of the exercise. You can layer on breathing later. You can also focus on breathing all on its own. Ways in which is really helpful to do this is right before a Pilates class, during stretches, since you don't have to link it with any movement, or slower paced classes because you have more time to think. And then as you get comfortable breathing in those places, you can layer it on to more complex exercises, more challenging ones, faster paced sessions. Number 3, choice. There are so many variations with the exercises that we can't teach them all in one class. But if you keep coming back to Pilates consistently, you're going to become more familiar with the exercises, and you're going to start picking up on some of these variations. What I want you to lean into is not just it's a different option to be different. How does that feel in your body? So when you're laying on your front, if the closed leg position causes extra work or tension in your back, and then you move with the class where we're in that same position, just legs more wide on the mat, that feels more stable and more comfortable for your back. Choose that more open leg position as you continue moving with back exercises. As another example, when we're doing 100, I've taught this literally over 100 ways. So you can do this feet down on the mat if you're really working on your upper ab curl. If you're progressing to that longer low leg position, maybe it's a tabletop leg position as an in-between or something else. What's really nice about knowing different variations is you can turn up the dial of intensity when you want a more powerful workout, or turn down the dial of intensity if you're working on refining your Pilates practice, or maybe you just have a low energy day. These foundations are how I teach Pilates through alignment, breath, and choice, because they'll make all the exercises more beneficial. This takes time to learn, but you can learn it more quickly when you move with focused classes. That's why I teach this more deeply inside Align Start, a series of 5 Pilates classes focusing on learning about the body and Pilates workouts to complement that. To join me on the mat for this Pilates series, sign up using the link in the description.